Welcome to the Lovestead.
Hello! Welcome back to Lady Lovestead Reads. My name is Jessica and this is my weekly reading vlog. Hi, it is a Sunday, October 31st, Halloween! I'm not doing anything for Halloween this year. We did our Halloween celebration a couple weeks ago, my boyfriend and I, and so Halloween, I've got some work to do for the work job, and I tried to enjoy the morning a bit. I got a lovely PSL from the Starbucks, and I went and saw my chickens. They are pretty close to full grown, and they're starting to be integrated into the existing flock that's there. They're so cute still. Cluck cluck. Cluck cluck. Hi babies. Hi babies. Hi babies. And so I went and saw them this morning. Got a little snuggle from Miss Hey Hey. Girl. And the rest of the day I have been working. It is like a gorgeous day out. Like, it is perfect trick-or-treat weather, and I'm so happy for all the kids who get to enjoy today. Let's talk about what I'm reading this week for this vlog. I'm reading some books. I've got to find them. Okay. Nonfiction. I'm still working on What If Jesus Was Serious by Skye, Jethani. This is a read-along that my church is doing. This is a Christian nonfiction about the Sermon on the Mount. I am 142 pages in. It is highly likely that I will finish this week. On Kindle Unlimited, I am reading How to Speak Chicken by Melissa Caughy, and this is all about exactly what the title says, which is learning to speak chicken. Basically learning how chickens communicate with each other, learning the basics of chicken behavior, and learning about how you can communicate better with your chickens. I've already established in this vlog that I have chickens, and those of you who've been watching my vlogs for a while have been with me the whole chicken journey, so it's a big deal here currently. I am like halfway through that one, I want to say. I may or may not finish it in this vlog. On audiobook, I am listening to Roses and Rot by Kat Howard. This is a dark academia, like spooky fairy tale retelling, and I really like it so far. So basically, Marin and Imogen are sisters. Imogen is a writer, Marin is a ballet dancer, and they both get invited to go to this intensive workshop to hone their craft. And it's at this like institute called Melody. And so they go, and then they realize that it's not exactly what it seems like on the surface. There are a lot of like mystical things going on, and I can't really share more than that because it will spoil it for you. And I am enjoying it so far. I think I want to find a physical book and reread it as a physical book, because some of the narrator's inflections are, I think, getting in the way of how I would read it in my head, if that makes sense. But I am really enjoying it. It's right up my alley with dark academia and like fairy tale retelling, and the main character's a writer and I'm a writer, and like I suspect it's going to get like a 3.5 star rating by the time that I finish. And then the last book that I'm currently reading is actually downstairs, and I don't want to go get it. It is Night Broken by Patricia Briggs. This is book 8 in the Mercy Thompson series. And in this one, what has happened is Adam's ex-wife has come to town. So the main character is Mercy. Mercy is married to Adam. Adam is the local alpha of the werewolf pack, and his ex-wife has come to town because she's dealing with a stalker. And it turns out the stalker is like this creepy paranormal creature, and she's introduced, Patricia Briggs has introduced a new kind of monster in the book, and I'm loving it. I feel like she's gotten back into her groove. The past two books were kind of iffy for me, and I was worried that the series in general was heading in a direction that I didn't like. But with this one, we are back. Miss Briggs has returned. Liking it so far. If I had to guess, I think it'll end up also with like a 3.5 star rating. I am enjoying it. That is what I'm reading. Tomorrow is November 1st, and it's a Monday, so that's fun. I am a big fan of like fresh starts and new beginnings and turning over a new leaf, and I feel like November 1st is going to be that for me in a way. We're going to do NaNoWriMo and finish up this thriller that I've been working on. We're going to do lots more horse stuff, equestrian stuff. So I think, it's going to be a good one. That's what I think. Okay. That's my check-in for now. Hello, it's Tuesday, coming at you from my vehicle. I am in a parking lot parked, not moving anywhere. Please do not freak out. So today I just went and voted. Where are my stickers? Voted. Get out there and vote. Anyway, it looks like an earthquake is happening. I just voted, and I know in a vlog about a month ago, I shared with you all of the pets that I have, and I said I had no intention or plans of getting any more anytime soon. I'm a liar. So, liar and hypocrite. Nice to meet you. That's me. I got another horse. So the horse that I'm currently working with, the White Arabian, she is a horse that belongs to my friend, and basically I'm leasing her, and we kind of are sharing her between the two of us, which is lovely, and I love it, and I'm not complaining about that whatsoever. She's been an amazing horse to learn with, but I really kind of wanted my own pony to do whatever I wanted whenever I pleased, kind of a thing. So I got one. Oh my goodness, I feel like the Lord in heaven is rolling his eyes at me like, really? Really, Jess? This is what you're doing with your life? Yes it is. And so anyway, I have to run a few errands here today, and I thought that I could introduce you to the pony. Since she's my pony, there's no restrictions on how much I show her to you. So, her name is Dolly. She is a big, beefy quarter horse. 14 years old, red roan. I love her. So let's go meet her, yeah? It is Monday, November 8th, and this week has just gone by like really fast. Painting my nails. The past week has just been so full of like work stuff that I haven't read hardly at all. Also, because I now have that horse, the second one, Miss Dolly Baby, I'm going out to the barn a lot more because I don't have any restrictions on how often I can work with her. So I'd ideally like to work with her a little bit every day if I can. Are any of you this way? Like if my nails aren't done, I just like don't feel like myself. So doing my nails. I actually right now am in the middle of a virtual conference for work, and I'm in between sessions waiting for the next session to start. So painting my nails and checking in with you. I'm gonna do a 2-week vlog I think this time around, because last week I had virtually no content to share with you other than equestrian related content. And my reading was just like non-existent, because when I wasn't working, and like I was working some long days, when I wasn't working I was at the barn, and then when I came home from training the horse I'd go right back to work until like 11 at night. So like last week I was at a conference for work. I had a big presentation to do and it took up a lot of my time. This week I'm at another conference for work. Next week I have another big presentation to do, and it's just a lot. November's turning out to be a lot. It's a big month. We've got work stuff, we've got NaNoWriMo, we've got Believeathon, we've got all kinds of stuff. So a reading update for you. I finished a couple books, but they were honestly like holdovers from October. So it wasn't like I started and finished a book. They were books that I was like almost done with already. So don't give me too much credit. I finished Roses and Rot by Kat Howard, and I liked it. I liked it. I thought it was good. I don't really know what all to say about it. I mean, I liked the tone and style is a good way to put it. It had like that fairy tale-esque style to it, where the main character was a writer. So since the main character was a writer, there was a lot of like the purple prose, but it wasn't overdone either. And it just like, I don't know, it was really nice. I really liked it. It didn't like knock anything out of the park for me. It didn't wow me. It didn't like, I don't know, it didn't blow me away, but I thought it was a good book. So I think I ended up rating that a solid 3 stars. And a 3 stars for me is still a good rating. Like I'd still recommend a 3-star book to people. So if you're a really big fan of like dark academia, fairies and fae, you'd probably like this one. I mean, it'd be a good book to pass the time, right? The other book that I finished, that I was working on like last month, that I just finished this month, I literally had like 25 pages left, and it took me till Saturday to get to those 25 pages. But I did finish Night Broken by Patricia Briggs, which is the eighth book in the Mercy Thompson series. And I enjoyed it. It was also one that was like, it didn't knock me out of the park, but I enjoyed it to pass the time. I am kind of bothered by the way Patricia Briggs is culturally appropriating some Native American folk tales and mythology and stuff. Like Coyote Joe came back in this one. And I mean, she does a good job of portraying him as the trickster character that he is. Like, he is a trickster, and he clearly plays that role well in the book. So she's like written a trickster character nicely. But I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love how she keeps falling back on like Native American culture as plot devices. And like Coyote himself is like a really lazy plot device because he just kind of magically will fix things. You know, like something will happen and then Coyote comes in and now magically that's undone. And there's like no real explanation for it. There's no like actual problem solving in it. It just is like a very lazy plot device. But I don't know. It was fun. It was better than the last two that I had read, like better than Rivermarked, better than Frostburned. I hope that she keeps moving in the direction of this book. Like, it was fun to see Mercy and Adam get to be a married couple and see their relationship dynamics, and to see the dynamics between Adam's daughter and Mercy. The messiness with Adam's ex-wife coming back was really fun because it kind of put their relationship to the test, and so that was really fun to read about. She did have a really cool bad guy in this one, like really cool monster that I have never seen written anywhere else, and I loved the monster, like I loved the bad guy, and I thought that was really well done and fun. But this was still probably another 3-star read for me, which is better than the last two. Like Rivermarked and Frostburned were 2-star reads for me. So this one's getting back up to her normal, I don't know, her normal quality maybe. So I did give that one a 3-star. I still have not finished How to Speak Chicken, and I still have not finished, I'll get it. I haven't finished What If Jesus Was Serious, but I have like, this is another, I've got like 5 pages left of this one. So maybe I'll just wrap this one up tonight. I did start a couple of buddy reads because in November I'm buddy reading The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux with my friend Becca from Becca Woodard. And I'm failing at the buddy read. Like, we had planned to read about a chapter a day. That didn't happen. So I'm going to try to catch up this week and read 2 chapters a day and be back on track and back on schedule this week. We will see. We will see if that happens. I read the prologue. That's about it. I am also buddy reading The Seven Husbands. I'm also buddy reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Angel at Angel Reads, and I'm on page 16, so 2 chapters in. Our goal is just to finish this one by the end of the month, so, you know. But what I gather from this so far is that Evelyn Hugo was like this Hollywood starlet who had a lot of husbands. And honestly, in the first 2 chapters that I read, she reminds me so much of Elizabeth Taylor. So earlier in the year, I'd read the Elizabeth Taylor biography by Randy Tabarelli. And like, her story is so parallel to Elizabeth Taylor's story. She has a bunch of husbands. One of the husbands that she really loved dies. She has an affair with a politician. Like, Elizabeth Taylor did all of that. The way that they describe Evelyn Hugo's iconic beauty is like the way people talk about Elizabeth Taylor. The way they describe her acting in her films is the way people talk about Elizabeth Taylor. Like, Evelyn Hugo is Elizabeth Taylor. 16 pages in. I like it so far. We'll see where it goes. That's my reading update for you. Hopefully this week I can get back on track and get more read than I did last week, which is like literally last week I read like maybe 50 pages all week, when typically I read 100 pages a day. So it just goes to show like how wildly busy the week was. So hello, it is Wednesday, November 10th, so I'm checking in with you. This vlog is a mess. I feel like I don't have any content for you, and I don't know where my time is going. I think it's going to work, honestly. But I did finish, let me grab it. I finished What If Jesus Was Serious by Skye, Jethani. I gave this book 4 stars. Some of you have heard me talk about this in previous vlogs. This was a book that my church did as a read-along, and the sermons every week have been focused on different chapters from this book. This book is a study of the Sermon on the Mount, and what I really like about it is that the chapters are short and easily digestible. So like this is an entire chapter right here, which made it easy to read a chapter. Took like maybe 2 minutes to read a whole chapter, walk away from the book, think about the chapter, maybe look at the actual scripture it's referencing. So it was a really easily digestible study guide to the Sermon on the Mount. And I'm a big fan in education of what we call micro-learning, where you just learn little bits at a time, digest it, and then learn another little bit at a time, digest it. This was like a perfect example of micro-learning. So putting some micro-learning into action and, studying that particular passage from the Bible. I really liked it. I felt like the theology was sound, gave me a lot to think about, gave me some things that I need to work on. So yeah, 4 stars out of 5. If you are of the Christian persuasion, I do really recommend this book. Next, for nonfiction November, I picked up The Life-Giving Home by... Someone wants to get a hold of me. So this is by Sally and Sarah Clarkson. This is all about making your home like a cozy, warm, life-giving space. And boy, do I need this. I don't know where my time is going in November. Like, I feel like I've been doing things from morning till night. Like, every minute of my day is accounted for. I'm not wasting time. But there's just been so much going on. And like, my house is a wreck as a result. It is a wreck. I don't want anybody coming into my house. Like, I'm embarrassed by the state of my house right now. So hopefully this lights a little fire under my tushy, and I can dedicate some of my time to getting my house back in order and be inspired by it. It looks like this one has several different chapters on just like theories about homemaking and about the home. So there's 4 chapters about that, and then part 2 goes month to month. So it talks like January, creating a framework for home, rhythms, routines, and rituals. February, a culture of love, growing lifelong relationships. March, the art of the ordinary, finding beauty in your own backyard. So this looks like a cool book, and I'm excited for it. It does look like it is couched in the Christian faith, which is fine for me. But if you are not a Christian and that would bother you, do keep that in mind if this is something you're thinking about picking up. I have made some progress on The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm on chapter 5, so not a lot of progress. We're on page like 38 here. But I am enjoying this so far. I do really think that Evelyn Hugo is based on Elizabeth Taylor. I have yet to see or read anything in this story that says otherwise to me. That's okay though. I mean, Elizabeth Taylor is an inspiring person in some ways. So I like that. Evelyn seems like a really interesting person. I want to know more about her, but also the character whose point of view this is told from, Monique. I really, really like Monique, and I relate to Monique as a writer myself. Like, Monique feels kind of washed up. She's getting older. She hasn't published anything major, and she's just not feeling great about her writing career. I definitely relate to that. So it's been interesting. She's got some, ethical journalistic questions that she's addressing in this. who has the ability to tell a story, who holds the truth in the story, and are they representing that truth accurately or is it biased? And I like that. So we'll continue reading this. I have made progress on The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. I like it so far. It has pretty ballerinas, and I love ballet. If you have been around my channel for a while, you know that ballet is one of like my niche genre conventions, or like niche genres, subgenres, or topics for reading. Like if it's got ballet in it, I want to read it. And so far the first few chapters, there have been like these little cute ballerinas, and that's made me really happy. And we're starting to get into some of the backstory on this ghost. He is creepy AF. So I am really enjoying it. It's just, I just haven't had the time that I need to sit down and really dedicate to reading like any of the books that I'm trying to get through right now. So that's my reading check-in. Look at them out there laughing at me as they watch me dump their poop in the manure pile. Who's really in charge here? I'll give you 2 guesses. Hint, it's Lady and Doll. My sweet droopy boy had a really rough dental procedure yesterday. I dropped him off in the morning and then picked him up around 4:30, and he had 7 little teethers pulled. Didn't you, buddy? Oh, let me move your bowl here. He had 7 little teethers pulled, so his mouth is real sore. And then his leggies were bruised up. That's looking better today, actually. It was much worse yesterday. But his little leggies got bruised up from the catheters. And he's just feeling really droopy. Yeah, see his other leg? How bruised it is. Come here, bud. Yeah. Ouchies, huh? Ouchies, baby. He stopped whining. He was really whining last night, which is kind of normal when they have anesthesia, but he's still a droopy boy today, aren't you? Yeah, I'm sorry about your mouthy. I'm sorry. He's on some pain pills, so hopefully he'll be back to himself before the weekend is over. Oh, buddy, you poor thing. Oh, Mama loves you. Yeah, Mama loves you. It's gonna be alright. Hello, happy Monday. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this vlog here. And just share with you what I ended up reading over the week. The weekend was a little less busy than I have been, and so I was actually able to sit down and truly focus on what I was reading for the first time since the start of the month. And I was reading The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux, holding up my Kindle because I'm reading it on my Kindle, just like the free Kindle version of it. And once I finally got like 5 or so chapters in, I became obsessed with this story. I am, yesterday I read to chapter, I want to say 17. There's like 26 chapters in the book. So I read to chapter 17 last night because like I couldn't stop reading it. I just am obsessed. So this is about the Paris Opera House, and there's like this ghost that supposedly haunts it. And there's a really angsty love story involved and a lot of like spooky gothic vibes, and like I don't really know what more to tell you about it because I don't want it to be spoilery. But I will say there's just this constant question and tension about whether the ghost is an actual ghost or whether it's just a human. And it's such a good book. I'm loving it, and I'm finally out of my slumpy reading slump. So thank you to Gaston Leroux. Yeah, so that's what I started reading and really getting into over the weekend. Now let's go through what I read the rest of the week. I finished What If Jesus Was Serious? And I did enjoy this one. I think we've talked about this several times, so I won't go into too much more detail about it. I gave it 4 stars out of 5. I attempted to start reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn, Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Set it down for now. Wasn't loving it, but it could just be because I was slumpy. So I was going to start The Life-Giving Home by Sally and Sarah Clarkson. I have not read a single word. I did read the first chapter of Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and I really liked it. But I think part of why I'm slumping is because I'm trying to read too many books at once. So I set it down so that I could just focus on Phantom of the Opera. Alright, that's been my vlog for the week. I hope that you're all having a wonderful November. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments below. And if you just want to leave an emoji to let me know you're here, leave some sort of fall leaf emoji. And until next time, I hope that you continue to read good books, drink good coffee, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye!